The following portion of Mass Appeal is sponsored by PeoplesBank.
The Springfield Libraries are getting ready to launch their summer reading programs, and it's not just for kids. Here with more are Rachel Gravel, Manager of Adult and Youth Information Services with the Springfield City Libraries, and Matt Bannister, Senior Vice President of Marketing and Corporate Responsibility with PeoplesBank. Good morning to you both. Good to see you.
Good morning.
So, Rachel, reading is so important for every level of human being. Why is it such an exciting time for the Springfield Libraries to get this program up and running for the summer?
Yeah, well, we're really excited. We've annually done summer reading. Every year we do it. But this year we are trying to totally revitalize it. We are trying to refresh it and give it some new energy.
In what way?
Yes.
How do you make reading fun,
Exactly.
Rachel?
That's the perennial question. Reading is always fun, but not for everybody. We have a lot of reluctant readers, and we have a lot of folks maybe who don't transition from being a student to reading as an adult. And so to get folks to participate, this year we're trying out some new ways to engage folks. So we have, for instance, weekly prizes for kids that are participating. Our theme this summer is Level Up at Your Library.
Okay, nice.
So we're leveling up our game and hoping that folks will level up their game in participating.
So how do you get those, and I was one of them as a youngster, a very reluctant reader. How do you get that kid to read?
Yeah, a big part of it is involving kids' voice in their choices of reading. And so we want them to be able to self-select books that are of interest to them. And sometimes that's not always a chapter book with lots and lots of heavy text and words. Sometimes that's a graphic novel.
Okay.
Graphic novels are a really great way to draw in kids.
Too.
Absolutely. For adults too, I read them quite a lot. There's some great ones out there.
And Matt, let me shift gears over to you and the responsibility of PeoplesBank to help out the Springfield Libraries. Tell me about the partnership.
Yep, so one of our funding focus areas that we give grants to is around early childhood literacy and making sure that kids can read at the appropriate grade level, because we want to make sure if you fall behind at an early age, it's really, really hard to get up. And as you know, there have been difficulties coming out of COVID with classrooms and reading comprehension. That skill has dropped a lot. And so, one, we want to see it improve, but we want to see it improve in a fun way. And the library is so much more than a place where books are. A library is a community center where the community gathers. And so we're really happy to support not only the Springfield Library, but libraries throughout the entire region. And a summer reading program, great way to do it.
You know, it's funny you talk about libraries as a central meeting spot. A lot of people think libraries on their way out, but they're actually growing, you know, thanks to partnerships with PeoplesBank and so forth. But it's important for people to understand that it's more than just reading that takes place at a library. Rachel's nodding her head. But the learning that kids get from this, the fun that kids get from this, really can't be matched anywhere else.
Truly, and you know, we know that summertime is a really key time for young students and that literacy and development, and we don't want to lose the progress that they've made throughout the school year. And so instead of asking kids just to read 20 minutes a day, a couple times a week, we're encouraging folks actually to read 100 minutes a week, and to keep doing that throughout the duration of the 8 to 9 week summer program, and not just end it after 30 days, which we were previously doing.
So let's, for lack of a better description, a contest, right?
It is, essentially.
So explain the whole process so if folks are watching and they want to get their kids, or even the adults want to get involved.
Absolutely. So what we're encouraging folks to do this summer is to log the number of minutes that they're reading. And we have a very ambitious goal to read 1 million minutes in Springfield. Yep. We really want to, as a community of readers, come together and go for that goal. We're also going to have some incentive prizes, as I mentioned, to get kids reading every week, but also to engage parents and adults out there. We've got prizes for them. We have raffles to get folks to come into the library, and we have a tremendous amount of programming, phenomenal stuff where we're really working closely with community organizations like the Community Music School of Springfield, the Symphony Orchestra. We're working with the city departments, and so this has been like an all hands on deck in the city to try and lift up this program and get folks involved.
And Matt, getting involved is what People's Bank is all about. Have you and your fellow coworkers and the employees at People's Bank talked about, hey, how can we get involved? What are some of our summer reading projects?
So we have affinity groups amongst the employees where they will come together for various projects, and I can't imagine that there won't be a reading club at the bank over the summer. Yep.
All right, Rachel, if folks want to learn more, join, what do they have to do?
Yes, go to our website, springfieldlibrary.org, and there will be more and more information as we get closer to summer reading.
Fantastic.
We're very excited.
Good seeing you both. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having us.
The preceding portion of Mass Appeal was sponsored by People's Bank. For more information, visit bank@peoples.com.